really heavy, you know, so's the coin. So anyway, just in case I don't find any gold right now, I'll wash up the $2 coin. You guys can still understand the concept of how to pan, you know. And how to pan itself is relatively easy. 3 main steps to panning. Step number 1, get your pan, put it in the water. Get your hands in there, break everything up, okay? You want to be pretending you're a good 2-year-old kid again, okay? Making a nice mud soup. Not a mud pie or mud cake, you want it nice and soupy, okay? So get your hands in there, break everything up, make it soupy. That is the idea of step number 1, okay? You really only need to do this step once throughout the entire process. Once you're happy that it's all nice and soupy and broken up, we're going to go into step number 2, okay? Water in the pan, shake it left to right. Nice and rough. Lots of water, lots of movement, yeah? Those bigger rocks in that water cleaning each other in case little bits of gold are stuck to them. And again, the water and the action helping anything heavy get to the bottom in the pan. We do this step for a good half a dozen times, and that will lead us into step number 3, okay? Step number 3, all the way from the back, take that whole top layer off, okay? Not gold, doesn't need to be there, and, you know, gold's heavy, so it won't be there. If it's there, it's already halfway or at the bottom of the pan, okay? And we're cleaning out towards where these riffles are in the pan, okay? It's very important. Don't clean out that way, clean out that way. They won't let anything heavy walk out of the pan. They're really good, okay? So, to reiterate, 3 steps, okay? Step number 1, pan in the water, get your hands in there, break it all up, make it soupy, okay? Then, again, you only need to do this step once. There's a bit of clay in there, a bit of gold could have been in it, break it up. Once you're happy it's all nice and soupy and broken up, we just repeat the next 2 steps, okay? Water in the pan, step number 2, water in the pan, shake it left to right, get it moving, agitate it, and then, after a good half a dozen times, we go into step number 3. Step number 3, take that whole top layer off. Clean it out, a good 2 centimeters deep. Don't be shy, okay? I know you might think you're pushing the gold out, but you're not. All right? If it's there, it's already at the bottom. And that's the aim of the game, folks, is just keep repeating these 2 steps. Mainly step number 2, water in the pan, shake it left to right. And step number 3, take the top layer off. Water in the pan, shake it left to right. And take the top layer off. Water in the pan, shake it left to right. Okay, now you can see by doing this process, I have finished up with just a little bit of dirt in the pan now, yeah? And you will need a little bit of dirt in the pan to start to look for your colour, all right? About half a cupful to a couple of large tablespoons. What are they? Tablespoonfuls. That was hard for me, that one. I don't know why. Yeah. Anyway. So, once you've only got a little bit of dirt left in the pan, you can sing out to me and I will come over and help you guys and coach you guys through the last step. Because it can be quite tricky, okay? How to identify and look for your colour. You can step over with me in the booth. I'll try to gather up and everyone can look on over. If there is any colour in the pan, it's going to be in the middle of that mess of dirt and right at the bottom, yeah? So to look for the colour, I tilt the pan upwards and I keep a little bit of water in there. And I use this water in a circular motion to take all that top layer off and move that material down here. And I just keep going until all of that's gone down here. And you know, if anything yellow and shiny jumps out, because gold's a metal, it's not a rock.
Like the $2 coin.
That's it, that's it. It should shine out. So I keep my eye there, watch how I use the water. See how it's moved all that material? I'll do it again. I just keep going. Keep going. And you guys can see my $2 coin is still there. Woohoo! So if there was any gold in the pan, it would be around where that $2 coin is. See how that looked a bit like it, but it just doesn't have that yellow metal look about it, and it floated away. Yeah. All right, but up to the top here, I can see a couple of specks shining up. Move it over. Lovely little bit of colour up there. Woohoo! Yes.
You found gold.
Beautiful. Woohoo! You can see how it's got that nice yellow metal look to it, you know? It's definitely not a rock or a bit of sand, and it's got that nice shine. It's a lovely bit of colour up there. Yes! Woohoo! So, most important parts of the lesson. I've got sample bottles provided for everyone with some clean water. Remember, it's a how-to lesson, not a how to get rich lesson.